And we're rolling. What's up guys, it's Sophie. So as you can see, I am out in this beautiful natured area in front of my house. I decided to come out the front because it's a lovely day, and honestly I tend to stay in my house a lot, so I kind of just wanted to get some fresh air. What better way to do it than film a video outside? So as you guys saw by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the SAKS channels. I have done a video like this before, but I didn't really go into that much detail with it. I kind of just dodged a lot of bullets, but in this video I kind of want to get into more detail, and I guess you could call it exposing them a bit more. I don't know. I just want to talk about my experience in detail, and I don't know, I just feel like you guys find it very interesting and I feel like you deserve to know. So keep watching to find out more information about the SAKS channels, and yeah, let's just get straight into this video. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is my experience on the SAKS channels and how I came to audition and found out about them. My overall experience with the SAKS channels, it was fun in a lot of areas, but it was also very frustrating, mainly with like the owners of the SAKS channels and just things that I'll get into more detail about as this video goes along. But not even that, just me as a person being on that channel. Although I had a lot of fun doing it, I would get angry a lot behind the scenes. This is kind of more of a personal thing that I'm about to say, but like I would get angry pretty much at everyone, mainly my mum, because she would help me film. I had a certain way that I wanted things to be done. I guess when she didn't do it that certain way, or she had an idea, or I don't know, something, I would always just jump at her. But that wasn't just her, like it was everyone. I was a nasty child. Like I look back on that now and I'm like, why would I do that? That's so wrong. But now it's so different. Like I don't do that. I'm kind of just exposing myself here as well. Being on that channel, like there's a lot to the behind the scenes that you really just don't know about. And yeah, and that's something that's very interesting. And how I came about to auditioning the channels was kind of just, it was very random. I saw that 7 Epic Dances, which was the first channel that I was on, they were holding auditions, and I was like, yo, this is a good opportunity. I love YouTube, I love creating videos, so why not audition for it and just try it out? And I love dancing, so it was perfect for me. And when I auditioned for it, I sent it in so many times because I wanted to make sure that I got on that channel. And I got on the channel, which was pretty cool because I had over like 100,000 subscribers, which is amazing. You know, to just go from my channel, which had under 1,000 subscribers, to something so big was like kind of crazy. But yeah, I kind of just found 7 Epic Dances probably a few years before I did actually audition. I always have thought that it would be so cool to be on one of those channels. Not that I ever thought that I would be on one, but look how things turn out. And then I saw that a skit channel, 7 Fantastic Girls, were holding auditions, so I auditioned for that and I got on that. So it was definitely a big jump from making dance videos to acting videos. But I am really happy that I went from a dancing channel to a skit channel, because I felt like I got both experiences from what it was like on the dancing level to making videos of you acting and dressing up and getting into different characters. And it really taught me a lot too, like how to become better with editing in many different ways. I'm really lucky that I got to see both sides of that. I don't know, it all kind of just worked out. So moving on, I'm going to be talking about, I have a list of what I'm writing here that mum actually printed out for me, so kudos to you, mum. She's amazing. She helps out so much with my channel. I'm just giving her a little shout out here because she is amazing. She does so much for me and I appreciate it so much. I'm just letting you know, mum, I love you. Mwah. Are you serious? I mean, what did I expect, to be honest with you? I'm filming outside. Anyways, so there was a contract that we had to sign, and I'm gonna read it out to you guys. I hereby give my consent and agree that the above named may be a member of the SAKS collaborative group. In respect of the above person, I grant SAKS and associated channels an unrestricted, non-exclusive license to use material submitted to the group, and understand that active and participating members will be entitled to receive payment and all merchandise resulting from their participation in the group. So basically they took ownership of all of our videos and the copyright of them so that we weren't able to post them anywhere else. So that was fun. And before that we were able to continue on with this process. We had to submit a short video of my parents giving me permission to be on the channel, which, you know, is reasonable. Like, it's kind of smart. I mean, it makes sense. So after I did all of those steps, I received an acceptance email, instructions on how to film my videos. It basically just went through step by step on how to make videos, what I need to do, anything to add, had. I remember all of these emails actually being from Susan, who was the channel director. So she was very lovely. She was so sweet. She would answer any questions that you would have, and she was just overall very helpful. But I remember if we ever tried to email Ian, which is the main person who runs all of the channels, whenever we would email him and ask a question, he would say that we had to run it through Susan because he was too busy. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like, you are the person that runs all the channels. Like, if we ask you a question, you would think that he would take a few seconds out of his day to answer that question, depending on what it is. Although sometimes he would send us instructions if he had to. If he had to. Not that he wanted to, he had to. It was too loud at the front. Also, it's way better lighting here. I should have just done it here. So at the time, the people that were on 7 Epic Dances were Stephanie, Maddie, Emelina, Caitlin, Lexi, and Aileen. And the process of how the channel really worked was we would get a theme and style of dance that we had to dance each week. And we would just film us dancing, you know, kind of incorporate what we wanted to as well. And then we would just send it through to them, and then they would upload it, and they would kind of take care of that whole process there. Although I do remember us having to write like the description and the title, which was good. We got the opportunity of that. I know a lot of the times I would incorporate skits into my 7 Epic Dances videos. I don't know if they were really a fan of that. I think I remember Ian emailing me one time, or just someone emailing me one time, saying that maybe don't incorporate so much of me acting in my 7 Epic Dances videos. I understand that, but it kind of made it more fun. I think like seeing that I did that in my dancing videos was good that I moved to a skit channel, because I got the opportunity to pursue that. And then I remember an incident happening with Stephanie, which was the girl that actually came up with the idea to create the channel 7 Epic Dances. Really, the reason why 7 Epic Dances happened was because of Stephanie, because she came up with the idea, and she does one little mistake and she gets kicked off it. They were saying that she was old enough to know that she shouldn't do something like that. But just because someone is older and might have more experience per se, that doesn't mean that they don't make mistakes, silly mistakes like that. Everyone makes silly mistakes. I always make mistakes. You're not perfect. You're meant to make mistakes. Like, that's life. And honestly, that mistake wasn't as bad as Ian's mistake. So I'm just saying, if you guys want to find out more about that situation, you can look it up in your own time. I'm not going to talk about that just because it's not my place to. And all of us girls received an email saying that Stephanie was kicked off, even though we knew before that email was sent out. But I'm just going to read it to you guys. Dancers, it is with regret that I must inform you that Stephanie is no longer on the channel. Due to a major incident, the parents committee had a meeting and voted to remove her from the channel. We will not discuss the specifics in this email out of respect for Stephanie's privacy. However, if you have questions, you can email myself or Ian directly. Please note that this decision was not made lightly, and we know that this comes as a shock to the channel. We hope that you can all continue to work together and make successful said videos. So as it said in the email, they talked about a parents committee. So this whole parents committee thing was a bunch of parents whose daughters were on the SAKS channels, and they basically would just come together and have a meeting maybe like every week or every so often, I'm not too sure, and speak about things, the channels, I don't know, how to improve it, you know, just all those little details. And if any situation like that were to come up, they would deal with it, and they did. She actually made a whole video explaining it herself, so if you want to check it out, the link will be in the description down below, and just see what she has to say. After that situation, I don't think they actually ever ended up replacing her. They were meaning to hold auditions, but they never did. Once everyone started leaving, they didn't even replace them. People just left, and the channel was losing all of the people that used to be on it, and they weren't even doing anything about it. Even though they had intended to, they never put it to action, because honestly, they did have favorites, meaning 7 Supergirls, 7 Perfect Angels, which were the most successful. I get it, but I don't think you should create a YouTube channel if you don't intend on putting as much effort into it as you are the other channels. So now we are going to be moving on to an even bigger situation that included me and a lot of other people on the SAKS channels. So there was this case of someone sending out letters to the girls, us on the channels. We received an email from Susan warning us about it. This is what the email said. Hi members, if you receive a letter or a package from a return address that you do not recognize, please be aware that it may contain offensive content. If you do, please alert Susan or Ian immediately. You can reach us both by email or Skype. Thank you, and keep doing great work. I am so out of breath. About a week after receiving that email, I got a letter. Yeah, I think you know where this is going, right? I got a letter from the States from this creepy person. My parents would not show me, which I completely understand. All I really know is that it was an inappropriate letter. I know that this person took inappropriate screenshots of me on 7 Epic Dances, and there were multiple photos. He wrote down things that he would like to do to me sexually. Yeah, so I feel like for me, that's enough for me to know that I don't want to read it, and it's just enough for me to know in general. I remember my parents were going to contact the authorities, but a few days after I received the letter, we found out that this person actually committed suicide. I mean, I don't wish that upon anyone to commit suicide, no matter how bad of a person that they might be. You don't ever wish that upon someone. I just remember it being over the internet, and I don't know, it was just a crazy time. So I remember that the channels would have like meet and greets, get-togethers, they would do videos together, which was awesome, and it got to a point where I was invited, and I remember getting an email saying, "Hello SAKS families. You may have heard that 7 Supergirls will be holding their next meet and greet in Orlando, Florida on Saturday 15th April from 12:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. We are providing complimentary VIP passes to members and immediate families wishing to attend. This will allow you to hang out with the members of SSG before the event starts and allow you to remain in the meet and greet area for the whole evening, which will hopefully give you a chance to meet some of your own fans too. SAKS members will also be able to take part on one of the guest Q&A panels." I was so stoked getting that email, but obviously like we couldn't go because it was in Orlando, Florida. It was a lot of money and it was just too far away. So going back to when everyone was kind of leaving 7 Epic Dances, I remember Emelina had left first because she was offered a spot on 7 Perfect Angels. So she did a few videos on there, and then she got offered a spot on 7 Supergirls, which was absolutely crazy. So proud of her. And I also remember before the channels ending, Caitlin and Maddie both left to go to 7 Fabulous Teens, but then not longer after 7 Fabulous Teens, Maddie left to be on a mini TV series called The Bad Seed, filmed in New Zealand, which amazing opportunity. So proud of her. I'm gonna put the link to that mini series in the description down below. So talking about how everyone left to go on another channel, I'm going to read my acceptance email of me getting into 7 Fantastic Girls. "Hi Sophie, we would like to officially offer you the Sunday spot on 7 Fantastic Girls. It is important that you keep this a secret until your introduction video goes live. Here's the info to make you help your first 7 Fantastic Girls video." And then basically this email just talks about when it's gonna be live, how to film my videos, and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna show you guys some of my 7 Fantastic Girls audition video. So that was my audition video. But before I could leave 7 Epic Dances, there was a bit of a process that I had to go through first. And they sent an email about that I will read to you guys. You can send your video up to 14 days in advance, so you do not have to wait until your day before sending your video. Each week on Wednesday, you will receive the theme for the next week. We all know this process can be overwhelming, but this is what Ian and myself are here for. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions. Please note that the entertainment channels are much more strenuous than 7 Epic Dances was. There are many more rules, so you need to be on top of your emails and read everything we send out. Did I do that? No. The standards for these channels are significantly higher due to the much higher subscriber counts. I would also like you to send me a photo of you that we can use for your introduction on the official Instagram and 7 Fantastic Girls Facebook page. I had a Facebook page? I do not remember that. A few days before your introduction video goes live, we will add you to the official email list with the other members. Please email me back if you have any questions, which I probably did, knowing me. I would mention who was on the channel at that time, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't really remember. It was a long time ago, and gosh, there was a lot of people on the SAKS channel that I can't even name half of them, or even a quarter of them. But during this whole experience of being on 7 Fantastic Girls, I had developed a lot of different characters, but one character that I mainly developed that was in pretty much all my videos was Charlie. Good old Charlie. I know that Susan, Ian, probably a lot of people weren't a big fan of Charlie because she was a sassy character. She was very, she was bossy at some points, and she was Charlie. So a lot of the times they asked me to dial down her character a bit, which I did do. I tried my best to do. It is what it is. But there are other things that they asked for me not to incorporate in my video. I also noticed that there was a lot of times where I had to re-edit my videos last minute. They said that I needed to fix something up. I mean, I know sometimes that it was my fault because I would get the video in a day before that it was supposed to be up. Like, that's on me, I get that. But when it was me getting it on time time and then them saying that I had to fix something up an hour before it was supposed to be up, that's on them. Hi Sophie. Hi. It seems that YouTube has been taking down any videos where members are wearing shirts that show their midriff. We won't upload your video as it is because we know that the moderators will take it down immediately and could also give the channel a strike. The story is fine. If you can refilm and wear something else on each character, it would be the best to avoid any clothes that show your stomach until we are certain where YouTube's new rules stand. Another example was a gluttony rule. I don't even know. Hi members, as you know, YouTube has started a new gluttony rule, but it seems that this rule has grown to include videos that revolve around things like candy, cake, and other unhealthy choices. Even, in caps, when you don't show the person eating it. What? We know it's a little overboard, you think, but we have noticed some videos like this being taken down or demonetized. So for now, please avoid showing things like candy, cookies, or anything unhealthy, even if you don't show anyone eating them. Hopefully they will relax this rule soon and we will let you know when that happens. I honestly don't know if I believe that that was YouTube's rule. To be honest with you, I don't really believe that. And then the last one is honestly the most ridiculous one. Teeth cleaning. Let me just read out the email. Hi Sophie. Can you please remove the scene where you're brushing your teeth? It is felt that this is a grey area that YouTube may seem unsuitable. So that time when I posted a morning routine on my YouTube channel, which you should check out by the way, does that mean I should take out that toothbrush scene? Also, as I said before with Charlie, the whole character, I remember receiving emails about warnings about her, and I'm gonna read out an email. Hey Sophie, it may be time to tone down Charlie a bit. She used to be kind of too cool for everyone, but she is slipping into a brat. Thanks. Territory and almost a bully. Woo! Remember that your audience is much younger and we want good, positive role models for them. I thought she was hilarious. I thought she was a character that people could look at and get a laugh out of more so than me just being myself. Don't get me wrong, I respect Susan. She's sweet. She did a lot for us, but some of the things, I don't know if it all came from her, I just didn't agree with. Another thing was we weren't allowed any third-party elements or overlays. Even if they came from a royalty-free website, they would pretty much just query anything that they were unsure about. Like there's this one thing that I put in one of my videos where I had like magical powers and there was like this ball that was floating. And I understand that just because I don't want it to be classed as copyright. It gets to a point where you can only be so strict with things. It just becomes a lot to handle and just gets a bit overboard sometimes. So on another topic, there's so many topics in this video. I remember when I left 7 Epic Dances and I was going to 7 Fantastic Girls, I thought that I would make a lot more money as the channel had over 700,000 subscribers and 7 Epic Dances only had, I think it was over like 150,000, but that was not the case. So each girl was paid according to the amount of views that they received on their videos. I'm pretty sure it was like within that month as well, because with YouTube you get paid once a month, except we would not get paid the full amount, we would get paid half of the amount. The people in charge of the channels would get half of your pay. So this is what I got paid when I was on both channels. So being on those channels for a long time means I made a lot of videos. So I want to show you guys just a few of my favorites because there are a lot of them. And yeah, also something else that I really loved about the channels was Skyping the girls and just talking to them and getting to know them as them, you know, behind all the cameras and creating friendships and making a bond with them. It was something very special and that is something that I do miss. We actually recently just Skyped with a whole bunch of people that used to be on the SAKS channels, and yeah, one day we randomly just got an email saying that the channels were shutting down. Honestly, we didn't get told much information. We didn't know if it was temporary or if it was forever, but this is the email that was sent out and I'm just gonna read it to you guys. Dear parents and members, while in Orlando there was an incident involving Ian, the police are involved and as of right now the channels are all shut down. Unfortunately, I have no other information nor do I have access to payments, drop boxes or uploading abilities. I have no specifics. This is a police matter and I am just as stunned and saddened as all of you must be. While this is under investigation, we ask that you please do not speak to anyone other than the police if you are contacted to protect the privacy of the families involved. On a personal note, working with you all has been such a source of pride for me and I am heartbroken over this entire situation. Thank you all for everything you have done on the channels. Susan. And getting this email, I was just so shocked. All of the people that were on the channels and that weren't on the channels and that had left the channels would have been so shocked. I don't know, I don't know what to think about it. Like, it just kind of happened. So being from Australia, I never knew actually any of the girls. Like, I never met any of them. I never met Ian, Susan. The only person that I did meet was Maddie from New Zealand. She came down to Australia. We got to see each other, which was an amazing experience. So grateful for that. Yeah, we didn't really know what had happened when we got that email. We thought that something might have happened to Ian, not that Ian did something to someone else. Look at how the tables have turned. So concluding this video, I'm going to talk about how I felt about the overall experience. For me, it was definitely something positive because I got so much out of it. Not only did I find a passion in something that I want to do forever, I get money out of that, which is amazing, and I really did benefit from it. It gave me a platform that I didn't have, and even being on the channel, all of the girls were so sweet. I made so many friends, connections, and just it was overall really fun. Though it did have a lot of its negatives, it had more positives. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video of me exposing the SAKS channels. So that is it for this video. It's probably going to be a very long video, so I apologize for that, but I really just wanted to sit down and tell you guys just basically everything, or as much as I can remember. If you guys would like to see any more videos relating to SAKS, then comment down below. I actually have done some videos of me reacting to the SAKS channels, talking about them, so make sure you go check them out. But yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe down below, and make sure to turn on your post notifications so that whenever I post a video, you know when I post. And also don't forget to follow all of my social media platforms, which will be linked down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Don't forget to stay beautiful, and I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye guys!